So good morning sir, my name is Mark Lusosoko and in this video is we're going to talk about the ocean currents. So we'll start. So this is our table of contents. Next is for the learning objectives, we will determine what are ocean currents. So unsa kuno ang ocean currents, and we will enumerate what are the different types of ocean currents. So we're going to discover what are the different types of ocean currents. Next, so introduction, what are ocean currents? Ocean currents are continuous directed movements of ocean water that flow along specific paths and patterns in the Earth's oceans. These currents are driven by a combination of factors, including the rotation of the Earth or the Coriolis effect, wind patterns, temperature and salinity differences in the water, and the shape of the ocean basins. Ocean currents play a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate and distributing heat around the planet. So, nga na ka-importante ang ocean currents. So, these are the two main types of ocean currents. So, first is surface currents. Surface currents are located in upper layer of the ocean, typically extending to a depth of about 100 to 200 meters or 330 to 660 feet. These are primarily driven by a wind and are influenced by the Earth's rotation. In the northern hemisphere, surface currents generally move in a clockwise direction, while in the southern hemisphere, they move counterclockwise. Notable surface currents include the Gulf Stream in the North Atlantic, the California Current in the North Pacific, and the Agulhas Current in the Indian Ocean. So next is deep ocean currents. Deep ocean currents, or also known as the thermohaline currents or ocean conveyor belts, flow beneath the surface currents and extend much deeper into the ocean. These currents are driven by differences in water temperature or thermo and salinity or the haline. Next, cold, dense water sinks in high latitude regions such as the North Atlantic and flows along the ocean floor towards lower latitudes. This movement helps to redistribute heat around the planet and plays a vital role in regulating the Earth's climate. So, next is ocean currents have several important effects on the environment and human activities, including first is the climate regulation. So as I said earlier, it plays a crucial role in regulating the climate in our Earth. So ocean currents transport heat from the equator towards the poles, helping to moderate temperatures in coastal regions and influencing regional climates. So next is weather patterns. Ocean currents can affect weather patterns by influencing the movement and behavior of atmospheric systems. Next is marine ecosystems. Ocean currents carry nutrients and plankton, which can impact marine ecosystems and support fisheries. Next is navigation. Sailors and mariners have historically used ocean currents to their advantage for navigation, as they can affect the speed and direction of vessels. Understanding ocean currents is crucial for various fields of science, including oceanography, meteorology, and climate science, as they play a significant role in Earth's climate system and distribution of marine life.
My name is James Michael Hancock, and what are the different types of ocean currents? So these are the continuous directional movements of seawater They play a crucial role in Earth's climate system, redistributing heat around the planet and influencing weather patterns. There are several types of ocean currents classified based on their depth, driving forces, and geographic location. Here are some of the main types. Surface system. It is the flow of water that occurs near or at the surface of the ocean. So surface currents are located in the upper layer of the ocean. Typically, the top 100 meters are primarily driven by wind. So surface currents narnish siya sa upper layer of the ocean, typically top 100 meters. So they are responsible for the movement of water, the ocean surface, and are influenced by the Earth's rotation. So movement of water at the ocean surface, or kining a current, is influenced by the Earth's rotation, or also called as Coriolis effect. Example of surface currents include the Gulf Stream in the North Atlantic and the California Current in the North Pacific. Deep ocean currents. So deep ocean currents, the surface location, as you can see, muna ang nasa top 100, and the deep ocean currents muna ang circulation below sa deep ocean. So deep ocean current, also known as thermohaline currents, flow in the deeper layers of the ocean below the surface currents, below sa itong kanina. So they are driven by differences in temperature, thermo, the salinity or haline, and are often associated with global thermohaline circulation system. So the term thermohaline is derived from the temperature word and the salinity or haline. The North Atlantic deep water, or NADW, and Antarctic bottom water, or AABW, are examples of deep ocean currents. So North Atlantic deep water and Antarctic bottom water, these are the good examples of deep ocean currents. Western boundary currents. So these are strong, narrow, and fast-flowing currents that hug the western edges of ocean basins. So as you can see in the illustration, western edges of ocean basins. These are the one called as western boundary currents. Currents found in the western. So they are typically warm currents and are found on the western side of ocean gyres. Examples include the Gulf Stream in the North Atlantic and the Kuroshio Current in the North Pacific. Next is the eastern boundary currents. So these are the currents, weaker and broader currents, but usually found on the eastern edges of ocean basins. They are often cold currents and move in the opposite direction of western boundary currents. Examples include the current in the North Pacific and the Canary Current in the North Atlantic. Here in the North Pacific and in Canary Current in the North Atlantic. Next is the equatorial currents. Equatorial currents flow along the equator and are influenced by the trade winds. So they play a vital role in redistributing warm water from the equatorial regions towards higher latitudes. So these are equatorial currents, are influenced by the trade winds. So equatorial currents from the world equator, it flows along the equator. Examples include the equatorial counter current and the North Equatorial Current, as you can see in the illustration. Next is the coastal currents. So coastal currents run parallel to coastlines and are influenced by local geography and wind patterns. They can be cold or warm depending on the region and can have a significant impact on coastal ecosystems. Examples include the California Current along the west coast of North America and Venezuela Current along the west coast of Southern Africa. Next is the Antarctic Circumpolar Current. This is a unique and powerful ocean current that flows around Antarctica. It unites all major ocean basins and is the only current that circumnavigates the globe without being blocked by land. So this is a unique, powerful ocean current. It flows only around the Antarctica. So mo ni ang nag-connect sa all major basins or currents nga atong na-mention ganina. So, without being blocked by land. So, Antarctic circumpolar current plays a critical role in mixing of ocean waters and exchange of heat between the oceans. So, mo ni siya ang nag-play og critical nga role sa pagmix ng ocean waters para ma-balance ang heat between the oceans. So, that's all, sir. Thank you.
So, first of the other types of ocean currents, sir, is the Gulf Stream. So, a Gulf Stream is a warm and swift ocean current in the North Atlantic Ocean. So, the Gulf Stream is currently a current that originates in the Gulf of Mexico. So, a Gulf Stream is a powerful and relatively narrow and fast-moving current. So, it originates in the Gulf of Mexico and along the eastern coast of the United States, and then move northeastward into the North Atlantic. So, this ocean current is characterized by its warm temperature, like highly salinity and significant speed. And it also plays a crucial role in influencing the climate, weather patterns, and marine ecosystems of the regions it traverses. So in Brazil, or the Brazil current. So Brazil current is a warm ocean current along the eastern coast of South America, flowing southward from the equator. So Brazil current is a warm ocean current nga naa siya sa eastern coast of South America, and then mo flow siya southward padung sa equator. So next is the North Atlantic drift. So as we all know what drift is, so an extension of the Gulf Stream that carries warm water towards northwestern Europe, moderating its climate. So ang North Atlantic drift is ang mura sumpay or extension sa Gulf Stream nga gadala og warm water towards northwestern Europe nga maka usub sa iyang climate or klima. So other is the California current. So it is a cold current, ocean current along the western coast of North America, flowing southward from Alaska to California. So kani lahi na po siya kay katong North Atlantic is a warm water man. So ang California current is a cold ocean current na sad nga nagagi sa western coast of North America padulong sa Alaska to California. So there are example of thing mura og makita nato ani unsay forma sa North Atlantic drift and the California current. So makita ra niya yung presentation. So next is the Kuroshio current, a warm and fast-moving current in the North Pacific Ocean and to the Gulf Stream, flowing along the eastern coast of Asia. So, eastern coast of Asia is like from dapit sa Japan, dapit murag ana siya og Kuroshio current, dapit fast-moving current. And lastly is the Agulhas current. So it is a warm and fast-flowing current in the southwest Indian Ocean, carrying warm water southward along the east coast of Africa. So Southern Ocean, the Agulhas. So we can see here the Agulhas current from Mozambique Channel. So it is a warm and fast-flowing current also from the southwest Indian Ocean, carrying warm and water southward along the east coast of America. So that's all, sir. Thank you and God bless.